and to leave the various negative things, anger, jealousy, greed, harming others, deceit, trying to be cunning, clever, both are same. Some people say cunningness as he is very clever, right? Both are same. All these things Shastras say, not a favor to God, not a favor to society. You cannot have these negative qualities, egocentric desires, and be peaceful. This should be convincing. Many of us, even after studying so much, even after probably memorizing so much, hearing so much, still we compromise in many things. That is because we are not convinced that harms us. That harms us. Any compromise harms us. That's why Gurudev defined beautifully what is sin. Sin is an action done against your conscience. Sin is an action done against your conscience. When you do something against your conscience, it has to produce agitations, number one. Number two, it has to produce reactions with the others, and they will create problems for you. They will create problems to you. So you have to be ruthlessly honest. No negative things, irrespective of the other man. No, what to do? That man is doing like that. That man is doing like that. But when you are angry, when you want to take revenge on him, when you have negative things, he is doing wrong. You are paying for it. Why do you want to pay for others' mistakes? Forgive all. Because there is no bad man. Everybody is progressing in their own way. If he knows, these don't pay, these give me sorrow, why will you do? He doesn't know. These will give me sorrow, these won't pay, are the dictates of the Shastras. Those who believe in Shastras will enjoy this life and life after this too. Those who believe in immediate perceptible results neither enjoy this nor enjoy the other life. So we have to have a firm conviction. I will not allow a negative thought in my mind. Whatever may be the cause, the other man could have cheated me, could have done several things to me, but I will not have a negative thought. Transactionally, if you have to keep aloof, keep aloof. If you have to protect your interest, do it. But mentally, you can't have a bitterness against anybody, because that hurts you. It is acting against your conscience. It is acting against your conscience. That's called sin. So this acting according to Shastras, which is good for us, is called Shreyas. Doing something immediate joy because it appears, that's called Prayas. These two paths are available to all of us every minute. The path of Shreyas, the path of Prayas. Both are there before us. Since we don't have the conviction, Shreyas will ultimately lead me to complete freedom from all miseries and give me bliss. We compromise. We should know, if you follow Shreyas, you don't even need Vedanta. I am telling you common sense. If you follow Shreyas, a clean mind, a good mind, no negative things. Even in this life, it may take time, but you will be successful. And then ultimately, because of your good values, whatever you have produced through Shreyas will give you prayers too. You will get both Shreyas and prayers. If you compromise and go for prayers, ultimately you will lose both prayers and Shreyas. You will lose both. This needs initially conviction on Shastras. Initially only. It's not a permanent blind belief. Till you contemplate, verify through your experiences, have belief. And when you contemplate and verify in your experiences, the belief becomes faith. The belief becomes faith. See, all Vedanta, whatever, wherever they are talking, are too simple, too straight. But we have put so much garbage in our minds, we are not able to understand it, much less accept it. All Gita, you take a verse by verse, all the Upanishads, they are only talking simple common sense. Negative thoughts, you cannot be happy. Positive thoughts, you may have some friction, ultimately you will be happy. You don't even need Vedanta for this. Several people say, what is the use? I am a devotee, I am suffering so much. Those people are all corrupt. They are all having billions. They are having several things. What is this Vedanta? What is this God? Solve. Bunkum. Several people may say, how do you know the man who has billions is sleeping peacefully? It cannot. The law of nature, anything that you go against the consciousness cannot allow you to sleep. You don't need any policeman for that. You don't need anybody to check on that. If you have done something against your conscience, you cannot sleep. They cannot be peaceful. They have to be insecure. You see all glamour. That is the trap God made for them. All the glamour that you see is the trap God made for them, so that they get caught into that and start slowly, maybe in number of lives, turning in other direction. Is there something else? Is there something else? Right? So there is absolutely no choice for security, happiness, peace, other than being 100% clean and pure. That is not possible for an ordinary man, because he doesn't understand it, he has no guts to live that. You need guts to live that. Oh, you're talking, but it's not practical. What is not practical? Tell me today, which country with all cunningness, which is called diplomacy. Which country, with all their diplomacy, with all their military might, is secured and peaceful and free? What did Gandhiji do? How did you get freedom? By any number of wars. By any number of wars, protests, you would have not got freedom. He simply did it. Non-violence. And not only you got freedom, along with you, other countries were forced to give freedom for 140 countries. Because you got it, everybody knows, follow the example. 140 countries. Non-violence. Mere non-violence will give? No. That man lived up to his conviction. Mere non-violence also won't give. He lived up to his conviction. So this we have to learn in our life. If you compromise, you have to pay for it. If you want eternal peace, some meaningful culmination of your life, either here or after 10 lives, doesn't matter. Here or after 10 lives, doesn't matter. If you want a meaningful culmination to your life, you have to be honest. If you have to be honest, because you have not seen the results of honesty, initially you need to have faith in the Shastras. That is how this book started with Shraddha. Book started with Shraddha and said compromises won't pay. The father. Compromises won't pay. And then complete purity. Nachiketas, Yama, whom the whole world shudders, Hiranyagarbha, the teacher, has to subordinate to this 7-year-old boy. Why? Purity of thought, conviction. This is true for all our lives. Never compromise if you want happiness here and hereafter. You compromise, you have to pay for it. Each one of us undergo whatever we are undergoing because of our own compromises. These are the things that we have to be convinced. No point in trying to, memorize the verses and quote left and right. Right? What is the use? Let Yama be great, Nachiketas be great. So what? How does it help me? I have to be great. How will I be great? Live a pure life. You can be a beggar. You can be a beggar. You can be a beggar, but live a pure life. No animosity, no bitterness against anybody. Oh, then I will be crushed. No, protect your interest. Protect your interest. Keep a distance. All that you do, but no bitterness. So, the whole thing now, because that is the essence of spirituality, when he asks the third question, Yamadharmaraja starts with these two paths, Shreyas and Preyas. Shreyas and Preyas. And we have seen that he is asking, some people say there is life after death. Some people say there is no life after death. And the simple translation is, after death, is there something beyond it or not? But that simple translation is not valid because of three counts. 3 different counts. One main thing is Nachiketa is at Yamadharmaraja's place. He is seeing. Second, the question that is going to come today, he is asking, is there something beyond dharma and adharma, beyond cause and effect, beyond past and present? This question he is putting is not a second question because he has got only one mood. The first question he is explaining. And so if you take those terms, dharma, adharma, past, future, cause and effect, he has not asked for that physical death. He is asking, is there something beyond duality? Beyond duality. That is one thing. Third, when Yamadharmaraja answers, yes, that is Om. That is Om. That Om is not the answer for a simple question, whether there is life after death or not. You understand? So therefore, the question is asking whether all our struggles, births, deaths, again birth, death, all these things will sometime end in total security and happiness. That is the question. That is the question. Will all our struggles end sometime? A few lives doesn't matter, will end and find full security and happiness. Right? You don't have to wait so many lives. You don't have to wait so many lives. Right now, if you take the decision, you can live. We are not able to live that because we have developed values for comfort and pain, sorrow, joy. We have developed values and we are clinging to something which is pleasant to us, trying to get away from something unpleasant. This very process of trying to quote something, trying to get away from something, this is constant. Where you find peace, your own efforts make you restless. Hold on to this, run away from this. Where is peace? What is the solution? Understand both joys and sorrows. Both joys and sorrows, prosperity and poverty, pain and comfort, the good and the bad, all of them belong to the relative transactional world of body, mind, and intellect. They are my means. They are not the end. And nothing matters. Nothing matters. I have thought many a time, honestly I'm telling you, we have read so much, we even take classes so much. But I've seen an average man, normal people are living much more peaceful than us. I've seen many people. If you watch most of the vendors, street vendors or servants, they are more honest than you and they are more peaceful than you. They have no greed. They are happy that day. So this peace and happiness that you are seeking is not a gift from God. It's the way you choose to live. What is the crux of that? Lose value for both. Even for peace you have to lose value. Because that peace itself is a state of the mind. I want to be peaceful, I am disturbed. That peace, that disturbance is mine. Lose value for both. I don't need both. What I need is the ultimate security and happiness, and that is God. That's in me. He never parts me. He never parts me, P-A-R-T-S. He is with me. That's enough. Rest anything, let it go. Lives, number of, so what? Number of lives or number of suffering, number of, so what? He is with me, That's enough. Nothing else I need. He is with me. That's enough. Nothing else I need. Here mind stops. Where mind stops, the self reveals. Self, which is there all the time in all, is not experienced because of the covering of the mind. What is mind? Duality. Ego. I am the doer. I am the enjoyer. All causes of sorrow is because of this sense. I am the doer. I did good. I must get punya. I did bad. I am suffering. Both belongs to the ego. Ego itself is a non-entity. Ego is consciousness you can experience. Ego, you can't concretize it. It's a concept. It's a concept. So, I'm telling this because this is how I face my life. What I face, I thought you should get the benefit, not the text. Through these texts only I have learned. But we should know, only through the texts I learned, but we should know how to live what the texts have taught. By trying to do this for my security and happiness, by trying to gain this for my security and happiness, by trying to get peace, avoid agitations, you will not. Just reject them all. Just reject them all. That is the question he is going to put in a different way. Anyatra dharma, anyatra adharma. Anyatra krutat akrutatcha, cause and effect. Dharma, adharma, cause. Bhutatcha bhavishyatcha, past and future, time. Please tell me what is beyond all this. That is the question. So, he will come little later, but Yamadharma, because the boy is restless. The boy is restless. He is going on praising the boy. He is going on praising the boy, and even self-criticism, he is criticizing himself. But the boy is restless. He is telling, come on, don't waste my time, tell me. So he has to straight away start. Anyat Shreyaha, Anyat Upayeva Preyaha. Second one. He Nana Adhe Purusham Sinitaha Tayoho Shreya Avadanasya Sadhu Bhavati Hiyate Arthaya Upreyo Brunike. These are the two paths always before us. The path of good, the path of pleasant, the path of reason, the path of passion, the path of reason, the path of passion, the path of good, the path of pleasant. Every minute, whatever may be your situation, you have these two options. Go by Shastras or go by the temptations. Go by temptations. Every minute we have these two paths. Both the paths have relatively bondage. Relative bondage is there in both. Not only prayers, even shreyas, because you have not yet found the ultimate goal. Even the very process, even shreyas is binding. In Gita, it says Sattva-guna is the highest, but Sattva-guna binds you to Sukha and Jnana. Sattvic people, evolved people, they always want Jnana and they want their peace not disturbed because they want to follow the path. So they are also bound by Sukha and Jnana, even Sattvic people. Then what is the point in telling this? Because this Shreyas has the ultimate dimension. Middle dimension is the path that you take, path of reason. Path of reason. Sattvic path. But there is an ultimate Shreyas which is called Atyantika Shreyas or Nishreyas. Shreyas itself are different paths, different terms. Nishreyas or Atyantika Shreyas. You have to reach there. Till you reach there, your life has to be guided by these prayers, not by prayers. If you follow prayers, you won't reach there. What is dirt? Dirt, anything foreign is dirt. Have you seen cricketers? Some of them or many of them, the moment they go, they touch the earth. Cricketers, they touch the earth. So you worship earth. You don't call it dirt. Bhuma Devi. Bhuma Devi. You don't call it dirt. But that earth falls on your shirt. You call it dirt. So what is the definition of dirt? All what I am talking is from Gurudev. Don't think I am brilliant, I am telling you some information. Everything is from Gurudev. Nothing original. Right? So when that dirt falls, even the examples are his. Even when that falls on your shirt, it's called, when the earth falls on your shirt, you call dirt. Anything foreign is called dirt. Anything foreign is called dirt. And now, your body, why do you take bath? To remove dirt. You put soap. Soap is foreign. Another dirt you are putting. Another dirt you are putting. Yes, this dirt mingles with that dirt, ultimately both leave and make you clean. You understand? So this Shreyas, which is binding, will take you to the Nishreyas, which is freedom. Another two examples, because these are the things that should go into our this thing. We should know that Shreyas cannot give you even moksha. When you leave everything, only you get moksha. When, as long as you are thinking and all that, you can't get sleep. When you want to sleep, you have to leave all. In sleep, you are God. You are God. Same thing in samadhi. Sleep and samadhi, both same. You understand? So another two examples. What is disease? Something foreign in you. Germs, worms, or something foreign in you. To remove them, what do? Take medicines. That is also foreign. That medicine joins with these worms and these things, or eliminates them, and together, and it leaves you free. That medicine also doesn't stay there. Same thing with mantra. Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo. It's a thought. It's a thought. Agitation is a thought. You want to get rid of thoughts and you are introducing Om Namo Narayanaya. These thoughts subsides other thoughts, and when other thoughts have died down, this will also subside. Therefore, Shreyas and Preyas both fine, but this path of Shreyas will lead you to the ultimate Shreyas. This path of Shreyas, having eliminated all the prayers, it has no need. You need the path of Shreyas to eliminate prayers. When everything is eliminated, you don't need the Shreyas. And it leaves you in freedom. Moksha, Nishreyas. What is freedom? Freedom from your mind. Mind can produce joy. Mind can produce sorrow. Mind can produce bondage. Mind can produce liberation. I don't want anything. That is the freedom. I don't want bondage. I don't want liberation. As long as I want them, I become subordinate to them. I am the master of the universe. As long as I remember, I don't need anything from world, even God. You are God's God. These things, when you hear, it looks fancy. When you contemplate, you understand that is the truth. That is the truth. I don't need even God. Yes, God has a role. What is God's role? When you realize that you are not able to do what is expected, you surrender to Him. The ego is reduced. The very surrender, accepting His superiority, the very ego is reduced. Thoughts are reduced. In that, you can see things clearly. You can see things clearly. Since now that you have accepted His authority, you surrender. He cannot remove your destiny or vasanas, but since you depend on Him, He creates an atmosphere for you to evolve. That much He does. External atmosphere, ambience, everything He provides you minute to minute, what is needed for your evolution. That doesn't mean I surrendered, but still I suffer. That's not surrender, because you were putting conditions to God. You have surrendered, whatever He gives is the best. You have surrendered, He knows what you need. Sometimes you need a bitter pill, sometimes you need a sweet pill. He knows. So you don't say, I have surrendered, I am suffering. If you say, I have surrendered, I am suffering, you are still there. Where is the question of surrendering? Surrendering your will to His will is called surrender. So everything depends on you, but when you become clean, pure, sincere in evolving, accepted that your helplessness and there is an extra power, that God then creates an ambience conducive to your growth. He doesn't give you moksha, but creates certain ambience experiences which can take you. He connects you to Chinmaya mission. He connects you to your Guru. Understand? That much He does. That's called moderation. You have to go through several this thing. Right now, for you to do sadhana, some of the things are not conducive. He says, okay, I can't remove your destiny, but I can see they will come some other time. Now I will give you some freedom from them. That type of things God will do. But He cannot change your this thing because you have covered. How can He do anything? You have to remove. You have to remove. Anyat Shreyaha, Anyat Preyaha. One is Shreyas, another is Preyas. Both are different. Shreyas, path of reason. Prayers, path of passion, both are different, right? And both bind. One is a golden chain, another is a iron chain. Both bind. Tayoho Sreyaha Avadanasya Sadhu Bhavati. Of the two, taking Shreyas, one becomes a sadhu. What is a sadhu? One who lives by Shastras. He is called a sadhu, he is called a sura. Sadhu. Right? One who lives according to Shastras, one who has no negative thoughts against anything, anybody, any experience. One who accepts everything as God's will, God's love, God's compassion, God's protection. He becomes a sadhu. He becomes a sadhu. Hiyate arthaya tu preyo brunite. One who chooses the path of prayers, he brings him down. He brings himself down. God doesn't do. God helps you to grow up. God doesn't help you to go down. You choose the path of Shreyas, you will go up. God will give some support. You choose path of prayers, he can't help. He won't help. And when you sometime getting kicks, turn to him and cry to him, then he will slowly try to support. He doesn't say, all along you have been ignoring me, I won't have anything to do. He won't say. He is waiting for you. You are not willing to recognize him. And he can't help. When you recognize him, he helps you. That's a sadhu. This, all of you must listen, not listen, remember that my own thoughts make me elevate or my own thoughts pull me down. This is the first of the Panchamritam, that five Gita verses. Uddhared Atmanatmanam ma Atmanam avasadayed. What is Uddhared? What is elevating yourself? Using intellect to control, guide mind and passion. Bringing the mind under the control of the intellect is called lifting yourself up. Where the mind diverges from the intellect, it can only find its own doomsday. The mind that is not following the guidance of the intellect, it destroys itself. Shreyascha preyascha manushyam etat tauhu samparitya vimanakti dhiraha shreyoho dhiro abhipreyaso bhunite. Preyo mando yogakshema bhunite. Shreyascha preyascha manushyam etat etaha tau. Both these things reach man, Shreyas and prayer. Tau samparitya, having analyzed both, Vivinakti Dheraha, Dheraha the wise man, Vivinakti discriminates, Shreyohi Dheraha Abhi Preyaso Gunute. The wise man chooses the path of Shreyas in preference to prayers. And who chooses prayers? Mandaha, dullard. He doesn't know what is good for him. He doesn't know what is good for him. Mandaha, dullard. Why does he do? Yoga Kshema Brunike. For his yoga, to get things what he doesn't have. Kshema, to protect what he has got. To protect what he has got. Right? He is a dullard because he sees only immediate. What all you gather in your life, yoga, you protect in your life, kshema, you gather in your life, yoga, you protect in your life, kshema, all that you did for your own family, hurting several families, your own family, hurting several families, you acquired certain things, you are protecting them, right? Are you sure you are going to live forever? Your association with what you have gathered is only 50, 60 years. Because by the time 30, 40 only you start gathering and giving you long life, 90, 100 years also 50, 60 years only. After that, you have to leave. Leave what? What you have gathered. But the papas that you have gathered, you can't leave. You can leave, you will leave the properties that you got, everything that you got, but the papa you got, you can't leave. You have to carry it. It doesn't matter. I want to provide for my family. You know what happens? You want to provide for your family. The very reason you provided so much for the family, they start living an easy life. And for them, God doesn't appear, because God appears only when you find difficulties, sorrows. They are comfortable, so their mind doesn't go to God. And then what happens? Easy life. Then what happens? They destroy themselves. So I have provided for my family. What you have provided? Their own destruction. I am telling step by step, slowly, because we do not realize these factors in our studies. We just, like a parrot, repeat the verses. Dhiraha has two meanings: wise and brave. Dhi means intellect. Dhiraha, one who lives by intellect, means conviction. Shraddha means Shastra. Dhiraha, wise. Also, Dhiraha, brave. Dhairyam comes from Dhira. Dhira is brave. When there are two meanings to one word, there is some connection. For example, Guna is robe. Guna is quality. What quality has got to do with robe? Guna is robe. Guna is quality. What quality has to do with robe? Because both bind. Both bind. Similarly, Dhiraha, when you say wise and brave, there should be some connection. He is brave because he is convinced. Because of his conviction, he is brave. Dhiraha, Shreyo hi, Dhiraha abhi, Preyaso bhumite, Preyo mando yogakshema dhrumete. The Lord, for his acquisitions and protection, he chooses that. And he destroys himself and destroys all others depending on him. You don't need any Vedas. You don't need any Gitas, any books. Take it from me. The path of honesty alone can give you lasting, meaningful life and peace. The path of dishonesty can apparently give you a glitter. Like all of us say, they made billions. They're all happy. How do you know they're happy? They made billions. There is glitter. Houses, 200 bedrooms and all that. Thousands of cars and drivers. But how do you know that they are happy? It's not possible. Go against your conscience. You cannot be happy. Be honest. Be honest, everything can be against you. You will have relative peace. Why you need peace? You don't need, but you are living up to your dignity. You are living up to your dignity. Why you don't even need peace? Sattvam. Now Yamadharmaraja is telling Sattvam Priyan Priyan Prerupascha Kaman Abhidhyayan Nachiketaha Atyasrakshihi Na Etam Srunkam Vittam Vittamayim Avapto Yasyam Majjanti Bahavo Manushyaha. That path of prayers. That path of prayer, sattva, priyan, prirupancha, all these pleasant things, desires, I gave you priceless necklace. Will Yamadharmaraja give a necklace of 5 carat? 5 carat maybe 3.5 lakhs or even 10 carat. When Yamadharmaraja gives, it has to be unique. It has to be priceless. It has to be priceless. Billions. That you didn't care. You said you keep it. You didn't care. The path of pleasant you rejected straight. I gave you billions, you rejected. Abhidhyayan, having thought about what is permanent, what is not permanent, atyasrakshi, you have rejected the lower one and choose the higher one. Na etam srunkam, this chain I gave you, is double meaning. The chain I gave you, he literally gave. Also, it's a chain means all the paths, the Hiranyagarbha path, the meditation, upasanas, all that only will make you go in circles. That's a chain. This path of bondage that I given you, this chain I gave you, you completely rejected both. Path of bondage, chain. Yasyam majjanti bahavo, in which bahavaha, many people get entangled. You have rejected. You have rejected. So, how many people spend crores on tantric pujas, right? For what? You depend on God, repeat His name, that will protect you. Why you have to spend crores of name for something which is not going to be permanent? Even the comfort you can get from that tantric pujas, but that's not permanent. Why you are wasting? Just say Narayana, 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 He will take care of you. It's so simple. That is the story of Gajendra Moksha. Gajendra was caught in this samsara crocodile. He tried all his best to release. All the thousands of people, his wives, children, all tried to pull him. They couldn't. Nothing in the world could save him. He just took the lotus from the pond and showed it. Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. The Guru, the teacher, the highest of this world, to you I bow down prostrate. He is released. It's as simple as that. That is why the mantra na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyagena yekena, not through karma, not through your progeny, not through your wealth you can be saved. Only by renouncing all of them, you don't need them. You are saved. So this is why Tirtha Yatras. When nothing helps you, why Tirtha Yatras, why temples? Go Tirtha Yatras, go to Himalayas. Don't go as a tourist. Go in the car and come back in the car. Stay there for a few days. See the sadhus, some of them real sadhus like Tapovan Maharaja. See them, how they live. That gives you conviction. That is why Tirtha Yatras. Because in everywhere there can be many people who are living by hoodwinking people. But there are some people in the same places who are highly evolved. See them. Tirtha Yatras are for that. What is Tirtha Yatra? Some place has become sacred. How does any place become sacred? Suddenly. Because these Mahatmas have visited that place. These Mahatmas have visited that place. Avidyaya mantare vartamanaha swayam dhiraha panditam manyamanaha dandramyamanaha pariyanti moodaha nandenaiva niyamana yathandaha. Yeah, this path of this karma, these rituals, and all the worldly things also, people do not know. That's all the path of ignorance. That's all the path of ignorance. It will destroy them. They gloat in them. You know, I have made this. 16th chapter Gita says, today I made this, tomorrow I will make this. I finished that fellow today, tomorrow I will finish this fellow. Right? Stupid fellows living in suicidal path and tell everybody that there is nothing beyond this. Yamema pushpitam vacham pravadanti avipachitaha Gita. These people talk in flowery language. There is nothing beyond this ritual, beyond that ritual, do this. You will become Indra Chandra. Right? Na samparaya pratibhati bhalam pramadyanta vittamohena modam ayam loko na asti para iti mani punah punaha vasham apadyate me. These people, foolish fellows, they do not believe anything beyond the seen world, pratyaksha. Samparaya, something beyond this. Pratibhati, it doesn't reveal to them. Pramadyantam, which is dangerous, and these fellows, ignorant fellows, vittamohena, by the delusion of prosperity, money, wealth, and all that. Modham, deluded, ayam loko na asti para iti mani. All this world is this only. There is nothing beyond this. Punah punaha vasham apadyate me. And continuously they are born and they die, they come to me. They are under my spell. They are under my spell. Why? Because they depend on the seen world. In India, there are 6 philosophies. The first philosophy is Charuvaka. Charuvaka, gullible tongue. Talk pleasantly. Nice to hear. Destroys. What does they say? Yavat jivet, sukham jivet. Brahmam krutva, dhrutam pipet. Basmi krutasya dehasya punaraganam kutaha. As long as you live happily. Borrow money, but drink ghee. Ghee is a representative term, enjoy life. Right? Basmi krutasya, the burnt body, where it is going to come. This is called Charuvaka philosophy. This is one of the 6. Why do they call this type of philosophy one of the 6 philosophies? Because that is where the man begins his journey. He first believes in what he sees only. He doesn't see anything beyond this life. And it's logical. Anything logical, we accept. Anything logical, we accept. That's the first step. Right? So that's what these people cannot see anything beyond. Samparayaha. And they destroy themselves. Sravanayapi bahubiryo nalabhyaha sunvantopi bahavo yanna viduhu ascharyo vakta kusalosya labdha ascharyo gnata kusalanusishtaha. There are not many to listen. Right? There are not many to listen. And even after listening, there are not many to understand. And more wonderful than that, is to find the right guru to teach the self. That's only Purva Punya. Daivanugraha hetukam, Vivekachodamani says. Vivekachoda, Manushyatvam, Mumukshutvam, Mahapurusha Samsrayaha, Daivanugraha hetukam. So it's difficult to get a teacher like that, because a teacher needs the Shastra knowledge and experience. With mere Shastra knowledge is misleading. Mere experience, he experiences, but he cannot tell you. He needs the Shastra knowledge. Wonderful is the people who comprehend the self when taught by that teacher. See, step by step, you don't get people who to listen. You don't see many people after listening who can understand. You don't get the right teacher. And when the right teacher is there, you don't get the right student who can understand it. Who can understand it. And when you get such a student, the teacher is lucky. The teacher is lucky. Yeah, this wonderful, it says, Acharya. Wonder is rare. Wonder means rare. You don't say, it's a wonderful murder. It's a wonderful murder. Wonder, when you use, it's only positive. It's only positive. When it says wonderful knowledge, wonderful student, wonderful teacher, that means rare. You don't get them so commonly. Rare, glorious. So, okay. So what does it mean to me? You are wonderful because you are listening to the studies. First thing, he said, you don't get many to listen. You are listening. You got the Guru Parampara talking. The Guru Parampara talking. And you are able to understand. So, this so-called rare thing you already got. Now put forth a little more effort, don't waste this life. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. This Janaki is completely deserted us. Today at least I was expecting you.
I wanted to come on time, Uncle, but I had some home commitments. I barely made it in time. I'm glad I didn't miss class, because with the bhajans. Sorry, Uncle. Really sorry.
Narayan.
She was in Samadhi, Uncle. She lost all track of time.
God bless you. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave